Hey, what is going on today, PGL channel? It is SupahGassy here, and as always, I am with the fabulous Mr. TruexNorseman.
What is up, everybody?
So, we had a very, very confusing week for us, personally.
This was a difficult list to make.
This was a horribly difficult list to make. Hopefully, you know, it's more accurate to each other this week. I feel like this isn't solidified. No one's solidified in their spot, which sucks, because any week anything can happen. So we get put in the spot of putting someone at 8 and then someone at 1, and then everything else is just a blur to us. Though I feel like I have good reasons to justify where I put people. How about you?
Like I said, there's quite a few people who they could be interchanged, and I mean, at any moment, like I could switch somebody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
My list that I have written down right now might not be the list that you guys hear.
Yeah,
like, that's how quick I could make my decision.
Yeah, I could definitely switch 1 or 2 people here and there so quick, but I feel like I took a few minutes. I kind of calmed myself down. I was like, all right, what makes the most sense to put who where? And I think I came up with a good list. So I'm going to start at my number 8, and then we're going to go to your number 8, and then your number 7, and my number 7, and my number 6, you know, as we did it last week. So at my number 8, I have the Seattle Smeargles, who disappointingly let me down this week by not preparing enough. They missed 2 items on their Pokemon, and the Reuniclus had Regenerator. There was no reason to run Regenerator Reuniclus, in my opinion. It was either a misgen and he didn't realize it, or I don't know. Magikarp would have definitely done a lot more work this game against the Dragonairs, and you just have to learn from those mistakes. You have to check your Pokemon before you go into the battle, make sure everything's right and correct, and you'll be good. So what about your number 8 over there?
I had the exact same number 8 for nearly the exact same reasons. Like you said, the missing the items, that kind of just poor preparation. And I mean, he was at the bottom of my list last week. I feel awful putting somebody there 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
But until we start seeing a little bit of an improvement, that's probably where Sketchy will sit for me.
All right. So go on to your number 7 there.
My number 7 I have, which this was kind of tough to do, but I have the Brelooms, which I feel like this week they did better than last week, but I had to put them lower on the list this week solely because of what has happened with other teams week 2.
Yeah.
So it's not even their fault that they got knocked down a peg here entirely, because I feel like they played better this week. But I just feel like other teams are showing a little bit. They're showing a little bit more than the Brelooms. Plus, they're sitting at number 7 because a lot of what they did this week was hacks related, and you can't always count on hacks. So he's sitting at number 7. I don't know. I just feel like the hacks are nice, but they're not going to help him every game, and eventually it's going to catch up to him. So
yeah. So
how about you?
For the guy you knocked down a peg, I put up a peg, which is the Brelooms also. So I feel like he didn't really peg up because he did well. Again, you're playing for hacks. You're kind of hoping for those flinches, and that's not how you want to play. You want to play for, what's my win condition? What can I use to win? I mean, Cinccino is a good win condition because, you know, you have to flinch the walls to freaking death because they're walls. So, again, not the greatest playing. He definitely kept it down to a 3-0 because of the hacks, which was good. You know, differential always matters sometimes in the long run, but it's just the fact that the Smeargles played a little bit worse this week, in my opinion, with the mispreparations, and for that reason, I had to move the Brelooms up 1 peg, which is props to them for moving up to number 7. Hopefully, I see them to move up to number 6 next week. So. At my number 6, I have the Los Angeles Dodrios, and I really hate to move someone down 3 knots over here because I know I had them at number 3 last week, but I feel like we kind of
Don't even talk to
me. we overestimated them after that win. We thought, oh, you 6-0 the Smeargles, you're going to be great this season. I feel like we kind of... That's why I had him at 3, because he could have... He, yeah, we jumped the gun on that one. Again, as I said last week, he could have moved down or up for me, depending on how he played week 2, and he lost to the TurboBlazers, so I can't move you up, but I gotta move you down because we had the TurboBlazers. I think I had Ian at like number 6 last week, and he moved up a bit for me. So how about your number 6 and your number 5?
I had Fearless Furo and the Los Angeles Dodrios as well. Week 1, they got the 6-0. It was looking good for them. I thought that he played. I mean, again, this week he still did, but week 1, I felt that he was a really good player in the sense that he kept calm and collected, and I still saw that this week, but it didn't really help him. So I've moved him down from number 1, I believe, to number 6.
Oh,
so
God.
It's painful for me because I was really looking forward and rooting for this guy. And he got 5-0 this week, I believe. Yeah. So, I mean, that puts him, at a +1 now, so...
Yeah, 1 and 1 +1.
So he's sitting at number 6 for me. There's room to improve, obviously. And it's not that... I don't know. He had a couple issues where he made... So I believe I'm thinking of the right game, where he made a couple switch-ins that weren't necessary that... he got like a burn death from. I feel like I'm saying. I hope I'm talking about the right game here. Gosh, I would feel awful if I'm not.
It was mostly.
But anyways,
it's mostly Choice Scarf Entei who kind of ran that game.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He didn't realize that the Entei was Choice Scarf, even though that he had just seen it. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
He had just seen that it outspeeded his Mon, and then he went for a move again anyways and got outsped. His Jolteon, that's what it was.
Yeah, he
so
brought in the Jolteon.
I have him at number 6 this week. I hope that, he might have some redemption next week.
Yeah, he's a very hard one to place because I feel like he's going to be one of those people who does so well one week, and then the next week he kind of screws up, and then one week he does so good, and the next week he screws up, and, he's just going to be one of those bouncing around on the power rankings, not knowing where to place him until he starts getting a win streak going. So, alright, who'd you have at number 5 there?
At number 5, I had the TurboBlazers, and I'm happy to put them here because before last week I had them at number 7, so they've moved up 2 slots for me. I'm very impressed with Ian. He's come a long way. He got that 5-0 over Fearless, so he's gone right above Fearless on my list. And it was an impressive match. He made all the right plays at the right time.
Yeah. At my number 5, I also had the TurboBlazers. I feel like Ian he drafted a team he knows how to use this season, and he's really working well with it. The only thing is I wanted to put him higher, but I just couldn't because everyone else above him has a better record and they have more experience in this format, where you have Sketchy, the Brelooms, and the Dodrios who don't have that much experience, and Ian has that Season 1 experience over them. So, the Dragonairs don't have that much experience, but they are doing very well. So, yeah, that's why I had them at number 5. They moved up 1 slot for me. I feel like if they start playing some better teams, maybe the Steel Wings, the Seakings, the Dragonairs, and maybe, hopefully, the Klinks. I told everyone I can't move them to number 1 until they beat the Klinks. So, spoilers there, I guess. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe I changed my mind halfway through. But, yeah, so that's my number 5 there. For my number 4, I have the Detroit Steel Wings. As I said, just those people with more experience. But then I warned him to play for the late game, and he kind of didn't. He kind of just... He had a late game plan with the Choice Scarf Crocodile, and I liked it. But the Agility Mega Metagross, and then he got outplayed. And that was incredible. Because he knew that if he started going for Earthquakes with Choice Scarf Crocodile, that his Moxie would start raising him, and then he would win the game with a Choice Scarf Crocodile sweep, and it was a great idea and whatnot. And then Mega Metagross came in. He said, "Okay, switching to this," and then it goes for an Agility, and he's like, "Oh fuck." So,
yeah, that sealed it. That
sealed it. And so I feel like I didn't overestimate Crimson, but it's just the fact that everyone above everyone else moved up, so I had to move him down. I as much as I want to keep him at number 2, I need to be a little wary. I can't keep my number 2 guy at number 2 when the number 5 guy beats him. And so yeah. Who'd you have at number 4 and 3?
Our lists are looking very similar this week. Crimson is at number 4 for me, which is actually the same spot that I put him last week. So I guess that's kind of like props to me or something. I don't know. But, but anyways, I knew. But yeah, Crimson's sitting at number 4 for me still. He has the experience, like you said, and it's just, I don't know, man. There's just been a couple of faux pas. But we'll wait and see. But he's still sitting at number 4 firmly for me. But I mean, I guess that's not a bad thing since he hasn't moved. You know, at least he didn't go down.
Yeah.
But number 3 for me is Lax Lime and the Sydney Seakings, who is coming up from number 5 on my previous list. So quite an improvement there. As I said before, is that I felt like Lax Lime is a really good battler in this format, but I didn't think his team was that great. But now I'm starting to see how he's using it, and you know, it's brought him all the way up to this number 3. He had that 4-0 last week, and it was great. So I have him at number 3. I can see him keeping up this pace for the rest of the season.
All right, well, it seems our lists are looking identical because at number 3, I also have the Seakings, who moved up from number 5 for me also. I had to put Lax at number 5 because after the loss from the Klinks, I felt Lax could go either way. I don't know where to put him. I can't really put him here or there. It's hard for me to place him here or there. And then he came in this week, and he beat the guy who was my number 2. And I said, holy crap. Like, I have to move you up now, so yeah, basically everything we said about Crimson is the reason why, you know, Lax is number 3 right now. Again, he could go either way. I don't know, but I feel number 3 is a good spot for him because he didn't make playoffs last season, and he is a very good contender for... I think he was in the finals last season, actually, against Trex, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so... He's definitely a good contender. He has a lot of experience in this format. I know he played the MPL. I don't know what else he did. He was in PGL Season 1. He knows this format, especially with the Ubers. He loves it with the Ubers. I know he does. Don't lie to me, Max. Don't lie to me.
Who doesn't, though?
Oh, I know.
So unique.
The Ubers are so fun. So
they are.
At my number 2, I had the Danbury Dragonairs. And although they have the best record in the league right now, that inexperience is what...
It's a scary thing.
It's a scary thing. It's just the fact that he's doing so well, but it's against some of the worst teams. The people who are at our number 5 and number 8 are the people who we beat. And he didn't beat Sketchy by much. If Sketchy had a Magic Card Reuniclus, you lost. Basically, somewhat. I don't know. I don't know how you could have reacted to it, but you just have to learn these things, that most Reuniclus do have Magic Card. Sketchy, for some reason, did not have it. I don't know why. I never got a straight answer from him on why he did not have Magic Card. So as for that, I don't know. But he's been playing really well. He's been playing the team really well. He knows how to use this team, I feel. He got a lot of Pokemon that he loves to use, and I don't blame him for it, because, you know, Manaphy, whatnot, Infernape, Mega Gardevoir, they're just all great Pokemon. And he's been running through teams, and to have the best differential right now may not matter too much. To be the best team overall, statistically, doesn't really mean too much to me, because you're always going to have 1 or 2 teams who are going to be sitting at the top for a while, and then they're going to go up against the bigger guys, and they're going to start falling and falling and falling. I definitely could have switched him with Lax. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt this week, because I want to see him do well. I want to see him go up against the bigger teams, the Steel Wings. He's facing the Steel Wings this week. Holy crap. Okay, so, I mean, I told him also, I can't put him at number 1 until he beats my number 1 guy. That's all. That's all, Powder. That's all. Once you beat my number 1 guy, you get number 1. That's it. But until then, he's undefeated also. So, who's your number 2 and your number 1 guy?
My number 2 is the Danbury Dragonairs as well. Gosh, dude, our teams. So last week I had him at 3, and like I pretty much was like, you know what? I think Lax is really good at 3. Like I feel like that's a good spot for Lax, and I couldn't. I mean, the Dragonairs have been playing well, but like you said, against not as good of teams. But then I started thinking, you know what? He's playing. So what? He played against maybe not the best teams his first 2 weeks, but now he's got more experience. He started the season with little experience, and now those 2 games have prepared him for these harder matches. So I'm sitting him at number 2. Plus, just because he doesn't have too much experience with this format doesn't mean that he's not a great battler. So, and he's proven that, you know, he can do it. He's got the best differential in the league. I'm sitting at number 2. But, of course, you know who my number 1 is. It is Papa C and the New York Klinks, because he's the complete package. He's everything that we've been talking about. He's the experience. He's the great team. And he's just, I don't know, he's just awesome, dude. He's just amazing. So that's my number 1. He continues every week to just impress and build great teams, and it's so the bulk,
The bulk,
the bulk, and you know the 3-0. It could have easily been a 4-0 if it wasn't for all those flinches, or even better.
Yeah,
there was a lot of hacks going against him this week, so Papa C really could have came out on top this week if it wasn't for the hacks against him. So right. I think Papa C sits firmly at number 1 until somebody can knock him down a peg.
Yeah, I also have him at number 1. This is the man, the legend, okay? Like, Jesus Christ, you people cannot understand. I know everyone's been yelling at me, knock C down from number 1 because he only 3-0'd Fugio, blah, blah. You can't blame the man for hacks. You can't blame him for that. You can't play around hacks. I can't knock him for that.
RNG.
It's still a win. It's still a win. Mega Sable, I got 5 kills in that game. 5 kills.
Yeah, and that was all like Will-O-Wisp.
That was all Will-O-Wisp. Recover, Calm Mind, Dark Pulse, the regular Mega Sableye that everyone runs.
I think he used Dark Pulse twice, maybe 3 times.
And he got a KO with them both times. So
yeah, and the rest was just burn,
Willow, recover, stall. It's just, he has the great draft, the experience from season 1 to go to playoffs. He was a man who season 1 I thought wasn't that great. And look at him now. He's at number 1 on my list. I can't move him down for being haxed. What if I moved you down for being haxed? That's not fair. So, as much as I want to move him down, someone has to make me move him down. So that's my challenge to everyone out there. Make me move him down. That's it. So, who does he play this week, actually? Who do the Klinks play this week? They're the Dodrios.
That's right. Uber defense versus Uber offense. It's gonna be an exciting match.
That's my marquee match of the week from the weekly recap.
Absolutely.
But I can't move him down until he loses, and I don't see him losing anytime soon. So that's about all. I think that's our list there. Pretty similar. I mean, we had 1 or 2 differences there.
I think we legit only had 1 difference.
No, I don't think we had any, because I had Smeargles at 8, Brelooms at 7, Dodrios at 6, TurboBlazes at 5, Steel Wings at 4, Seakings at 3,
wow.
Dragonairs at 2, and Klinks at 1.
Our team was 100% the same.
100. We did not share thoughts on this, guys.
No, we didn't.
We said make your list, and we're going to talk about it. That's it. That's crazy that we legit agreed on everything.
That's amazing. Well, let's hope that we're right.
Yeah. So, as we said too, anything could have gone a different way. The Steel Wings could have been 3, the Seakings could have been 2, the Dragonairs could have been 4. Who knows? It's very hard, and it's open up in the air for anyone to be whatever rank any week, except the Klinks. They're going to be number 1 every week. But besides that,
don't disappoint us, C.
If you make me a liar, C, I'm going to put you at number 8. I'm going to
get you.
Randy Savage. Okay. Oh, we're having too much fun with this.
Just a little.
Just a little. But these are not to offend anyone. Someone has to be 8, someone has to be 7, someone has to be 1. So this is just our opinions. I know Sketchy got really upset last week because we had him at like number 7 and 8.
I know. I always feel it's so hard because you feel bad, but somebody's got to be it. I mean, I was it season 1, so I know how it feels, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But take that energy, turn it around, build the best team you can, and win next week. And, you know, your chances of getting a little bit higher up are going to increase.
Yeah,
so.
As everyone knew, I was very, very put low down. I was very put down in the D-League before it started, and then I started playing, and everyone was like, holy shit. So that's how you got to prove us wrong. That's how you have to stop us from not putting you higher on the list.
You just got to win.
Got to win. Show us that we're wrong. Prepare better. Do your best, and hopefully next week you will be higher up on the list. And that's gonna end it for us. That's it. That's the final cut right there. Any last words? Because
no, that was the final cut. I can't say anymore.
What do you mean? We're still recording. Okay, whatever.
You said the final cut, man.
No. This is the end now. Now I'm stopping the video. Okay.
I think that I don't even know. I think that we made a great list here. I think that everybody has a chance to move somewhere on this list. I mean, Sketchy can move up a few. There's potential. I mean, we're still early on the season. There's a lot of room to make improvements to your teams if you're not where you want to be on this list. And best of luck to you, because I would love to see me be wrong. Maybe.
Yeah, and I know I've been overhyping the Klinks, but they could lose any week to anything, to anyone.
Absolutely.
I don't know what'll happen.
Hey, I beat the Klinks season 1. If I could beat the Klinks, somebody else Klinks.
There we go. Klinks.
The Klinks.
Klinks.
Okay, that's enough.
All right, we're done. Bye, guys. Bye.
See you later, guys.